Anne Frank in 1942. Archduke Franz Ferdinand and his wife before they were assassinated in 1914. A 106-year-old Armenian with an AK-47. An assassin attacked socialist politician Nero Asanuma in Tokyo in 1960. A B-25 sinks a Japanese destroyer in 1945. Niels Bohr and Albert Einstein in 1925. B-32 bomber factory in Texas, 1944. Boxing in Yankee Stadium in 1923. 1960 construction of Brasilia City in Brazil. Melvin Moran tests a bulletproof vest in 1923. Buzz Aldrin taking a selfie in space, 1966. A V-1 buzz bomb in London, 1945. Cologne Cathedral amidst the ruins in 1944. Control room of a German submarine in 1918. Einstein's desk. Einstein said, if a cluttered desk is a sign of a cluttered mind, then what does an empty desk signify? The U.S. plane that dropped the atomic bomb on Hiroshima in 1945. Ernest Hemingway at a Havana bar. The evacuation of Saigon 1975, tipping helicopters overboard. The execution of a German communist in 1918. Fidel Castro with Malcolm X. Gadget, the first atomic bomb, detonated at the Trinity site. Ford's first factory, 1926. The first Wal-Mart by Sam Walton, 1962. Testing gas masks for baby in England, 1940. German prisoners marching to Moscow in 1944. Joseph Goebbels doesn't like his Jewish photography. Construction of the Golden Gate Bridge in San Francisco, 1937. William Harley and Arthur Davidson in 1914. Archaeologist Howard Carter examining the open sarcophagus of King Tut. A happy Frenchman lights Churchill's cigar in 1944. Police inspect a lumber truck during Prohibition, 1926. Mark Twain in Nikola Tesla's lab in 1894. Allied forces mocking Hitler in 1945. Construction of Mount Rushmore in 1939. Muhammad Ali trying to talk down a suicidal man in 1981. A woman who survived the Nagasaki bombing in 1945. The Transcontinental Railroad in Nevada in 1868, watched by a Native American. The brand new New York subway in 1904. 9 Kings in 1910. The oldest running car on the planet, an 1884 French car. Soldiers discover mayonnaise painting hidden in a salt mine, 1945. A Porsche assembly line in Stuttgart in 1970. Women in a record store in Afghanistan before the Taliban took over. The first day after the end of Prohibition in the USA. A pyramid of helmets from captured German soldiers in New York in 1918. Queen Elizabeth's military service in World War II. Grenade throwing in the Spanish Civil War in the 1930s. An American soldier replaces a sign in Berlin in 1945. The Russian army preparing for a gas attack. A Russian spy laughs through his execution in 1939. Samuel Reshevsky, age 8, playing several chess masters at once in 1920. Hitler inspecting the massive 800mm Schwerer Gustav railway gun, the largest caliber rifled weapon ever used in combat, 1942. Princeton students after a freshman-sophomore snowball fight in 1893. CP-30 eating a sandwich on the Star Wars set. A World War I German submarine washed ashore in Hastings, England. A 2,800-year-old kiss. The last picture of the Titanic in 1912. John Young and Charles Duke training for the Apollo 16 mission in the New Mexico desert. A U.S. soldier offers his hand to a woman leaving a cave in World War II. A young Winston Churchill in 1895.